parents have the right to opt their kids out of LGBTQ-related content in the same way that right now they can be removed from sex ed and health curriculum classes.
Look, I believe that parents have the right to oversee their children's education. I would push an LGBTQ education into our schools. Parents have a right to opt out of a lot of things, but this is not an area where they should be opting out, because this is an area of understanding the background of people throughout our nation. And
hey, I do not want to live in Rainbow Land, and you can't make me live in Rainbow Land! This is America!
You do not have to live in Rainbow Land.
You can go to Rainbow Land.
It does not exist. It's a fictitious place. I was 8 when I wrote it.
It's right here in its Communist Manifesto.
Welcome to another Freedom Seeds Friday special election edition. Today we are talking about the future of New Jersey and whether or not Mikie Sherrill, or as I like to call her, Vanilla Harris, is going to just be this polished politician here to enrich herself, or is she planning on just being a puppet to push the progressive agenda, or both? Let's do a deep dive into Mikie Sherrill and see what she's really all about. And comment down below, do you think we have a chance in New Jersey of flipping it red? Come on, guys. I think we can do it. I hope we can do it. But do you think we have a chance of flipping it red in New Jersey here and getting Jack Ciattarelli in? Comment down below. Hit that like and subscribe button. And let's take a deep dive into Vanilla Harris right now. Let's do it. So apparently Mikie Sherrill, she was a Navy helicopter pilot and flight officer. She attended the Naval Academy, later law school at Georgetown. And apparently today there was just a breaking scandal that came out about her, that apparently she was in some kind of cheating scandal at the Naval Academy, and I pulled up like a million different articles on it here. New Jersey governor candidate Mikie Sherrill barred from walking at U.S. Naval Academy graduation over cheating scandal. She was blocked from walking with her graduating class at U.S. Naval Academy after being caught up in a massive cheating scandal, a bombshell report revealed. Sherrill's name was not included in the commencement program during the May 25th, 1994 ceremony, according to records obtained by New Jersey Globe. This is from the New York Post. The congresswoman said she was barred from walking because she declined to rat out classmates who were involved in a scandal that impacted 130 midshipmen in her class. She pretty much is like a Kamala Harris. Like she has the power, the power suit on. She, I guess she was also a prosecutor. She is going to be pretty much either a combination of Kamala Harris and Murphy 2.0. If she gets in, she's just going to carry on Murphy's agenda. And one of those things is taxes. In her debate with Jack Ciattarelli, they were both asked if they planned on raising taxes. And this is what she said.
Make sure that we have the best public school system in the nation. I'm not going to commit to anything right now.
Yeah, so she did not answer. Jack Ciattarelli said straight up, nope. And she did not even answer. She, of course, it's one of those politician answers where, oh yeah, blah, 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 blah. New Jersey already has some of the highest property taxes in the country, and she has not proposed to lower them. She said, we need to invest in our communities. Yeah, which means they want to tax us more and take more of our money so they can do whatever they want with it. That doesn't actually benefit the hardworking citizens of New Jersey. Let me know, how much are your property taxes? Are you blown away that how much our property taxes are right now? How much home prices are in New Jersey? Let me know down below. Are you struggling to pay those bills, to pay that rent in New Jersey? Because it is not easy. Whatever side you're on, if you're watching this, you're probably a conservative. But, we all want... Most of us, the majority of us, want a good future for our children, a good future for ourselves, our children to be able to buy houses and to buy cars and to be able to have a good retirement. And we just want a good future and not to have to struggle. The next thing, the EV mandates. She is probably just going to carry on with Murphy's plan to ban gas cars by 2035. So she hasn't said anything about her doing that, but she's just going to carry it on. She's going to be Murphy 2.0. She's going to carry on that agenda, that green agenda. She supports Biden's green policies and will just continue Murphy's mandate. Can you imagine actually not having any more gas cars that you could buy after 2035. The next thing is something that really drives me crazy is the cashless bail. So apparently Murphy eliminated money, eliminated cash, obviously, for bail. So judges now use a risk assessment tool instead, intended to keep poor people from being stuck in jail. So poor criminals that couldn't afford to pay their way out, now they don't have to pay their way out. They just commit crimes, they go to jail, and then they can get right back out because it's cashless bail. And she didn't say she's going to keep, but she is. She's just going to keep that progressive agenda going. And the reality is that repeat carjackers, burglars, and even violent offenders often walk free within hours. Murphy said it is justice and fairness. That's why he's doing this cashless bail. Justice for who? Justice for the everyday, normal, hardworking citizens, or justice for the criminals that are getting out free. It doesn't make any sense. Just fairness. Who's it fair to? It's not fair to us. It's not fair to the normal people walking around New Jersey that now have more criminals out on the streets with them, right? How is that fair? On that note, Second Amendment. She is obviously not a fan of the Second Amendment.
The Supreme Court seems to not really understand very well, first of all, what bump stocks are. They seem to struggle with that understanding and why it's so important that we regulate them as they work to make firearms into machine guns.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
Or firearms in general, even though, you would think someone's in the military, you would think they have some type of Second Amendment awareness of what it's actually for and how much we really need it. No, she doesn't. And with more criminals on the streets from the cashless bail, you have a better chance of needing to defend yourself someday. But she supports assault weapons bans. She co-sponsors bills for universal background checks. And of course, she quoted, this is a quote from her, "Weapons of war do not belong in our communities." Weapons of war. Yes, guns are something they use in war. New Jersey already has some of the strictest gun laws in the country. So she will try and make this stricter. Sensitive places, she will try and make everywhere a sensitive place. Your bathroom is now a sensitive place, according to Mikie Sherrill. You cannot carry your gun in your own bathroom. What's your biggest concern with Mikie Sherrill? Let me know down below. If she got in, what would be your biggest concern? Hopefully she doesn't, guys. Get out there and vote. Even if you're not the biggest fan of Jack Ciattarelli, which I am not, you don't have to agree with every single thing a politician says to vote for them, because most people don't agree with every single thing that everybody else says. I'm a Donald Trump fan. I think he had the biggest and coolest comeback in political history, but I do not agree with everything he says. And if you agree with every single thing that a politician says, you're probably in a cult. Or you're probably brainwashed from all the propaganda you're watching on every single news station on TV. Stop watching news on the TV, please, people. But this election is not about Trump. It's about New Jersey, people. Remember that. Remember that when you're thinking about this. It's not about Trump. It's about what is going to help New Jersey for the future, for your children and your children's children, to be able to afford houses and cars and rent and food and everything else. What was the other thing I want to talk about here? Insider trading. So I'm sure, I don't know if you've seen this yet, but this was all over the place the other day too. It's so funny how when elections come around, all of a sudden things start popping up about the two candidates like that you never really heard before. Maybe they were out there, but you never really heard. Then all of a sudden, X is just blowing up with everything about Mikie Sherrill. Mikie Sherrill made millions in stock trades while in Congress. So let me read this here. Mikie Sherrill reported, this is New York Times, Mrs. Sherrill reported both buying and selling shares of several defense contractors while she was a member of the House Armed Services Committee. Sherrill says her stock trades do not benefit from inside information, but the New York Times reported there were at least 12 potential conflicts of interest in trades she made and the committees she served on as of 2022. And then Jack Ciattarelli brought this up to her at the debate they just had. This is it right here.
Because I'm going to make sure that he doesn't get to serve again when I win for governor in November of this year.
There's another big difference between her public service and my public service. It actually cost me money the time I put in and took away from my company. In the 7 years that she's been in Congress, she's tripled her net worth. There's another big difference between the two of us. Okay? She broke the law. She had to pay fines for violating federal law on stock trades and stock reporting, and the New York Times reports that while you're sitting on the House Armed Services Committee, you were trading defense stocks.
So I love that he was able to call her out on that, because obviously she is just another corrupt politician enriching herself. And that's what she's going to do when she gets to New Jersey. The same thing. Do you think she's going to stop trying to make herself richer? And then she goes on and she was on the Breakfast Club with Charlamagne Tha God. What a name that is. And he actually called her out on it and asked her about it. And this is what she said.
That you made $7 million from stock trades. What are they talking about?
Newsmax is, first of all, a very questionable organization that is paying multiple fines. I'm not sure what they're talking about.
Well, did you make $7 million in stock trades at all? Or?
I haven't. I don't believe I did, but I'd have to go see what that was alluding to again. What kind of came from.
So she doesn't remember if she made $7 million. Who that? Hey, did I make $7 million? I don't even know. I have so much money. I don't even know. Of course she remembers that she made the $7 million. Yes, she knows she made the $7 million. She knows she was doing things she probably shouldn't have done. And, you know, it'd be nice if someone was held accountable for something these days, right? She didn't deny it. She just kind of brushed it off. But do you think that a politician should be banned from trading stocks? Let me know down below. I do. How about that whole Nancy Pelosi thing? There was some guy that had like a tracker of what she bought, and then he followed along and he became super rich too, because he was like, hey, it's working for her, why not? And he put it out there for everybody to use. Just remember, good old Vanilla Harris, Mikie Sherrill, she's gonna have New Jersey end up with higher taxes, EV mandates, pushing LGBTQ in schools. Yes, I forgot about that. She said that she's going to make it mandatory that parents can't opt out of the LGBT agenda in schools. So yeah, this is her here saying that.
Parents have the right to opt their kids out of LGBTQ related content in the same way that right now they can be removed from sex ed and health curriculum classes.
Look, I believe that parents have the right to oversee their children's education. I would push an LGBTQ education into our schools. Parents have a right to opt out of a lot of things, but this is not an area where they should be opting out, because this is an area of understanding the background of people throughout our nation.
Yes. So I don't understand why this has to be pushed in schools whatsoever. In school, they're supposed to teach you the regular subjects: math, science, history, physics, chemistry. I hated chemistry, but I'd rather take it than LGBTQ stuff. And they're not supposed to teach you about that stuff. Your parents are supposed to teach you your morals, your convictions, your manners, all that stuff and sexuality and all that stuff should be taught by your parents when you're ready for it. Anytime the government is trying to do that, that's indoctrination and that's grooming. So the only reason that they would want to teach this in schools is to confuse children, indoctrinate children, and that's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. It really is. With Mikie Sherrill, you're going to be getting the EV mandates, soft on crime bail reform, more gun control, and higher taxes. If you want to protect your family, your freedom, your wallet, the future of your children, and your future, vote for Jack Ciattarelli. Comment down below. Let me know if you think we can do it. If you think that we can turn New Jersey red. And Murphy's done a lot of damage, and she's going to be Murphy 2.0. So guys, thank you for watching this Freedom Seats Friday special election edition. And get out there and vote and speak your mind. Remember, speak the truth in love to people. Everybody doesn't want to talk politics. They don't want to talk religion. First of all, those are the two most important things, because everything stems from religion, your morals and your values, from the Bible, from your beliefs. And get out there and vote. Don't be afraid to speak to friends that think different than you, and speak the truth in love. Guys, if you're watching this and you got here, I'm going to do a little keyword thing here, and it's going to be truth. The key word here is truth. Speak the truth in love to your friends, your family, anybody who's thinking, who should I vote for in November? I'll tell you, I'm going to speak the truth in love to my friends and family. So guys, thanks for watching. Keep learning, keep training. Have a great rest of your night. It is late. I'm glad I got to do this though. Guys, thank you very much. Have a good night.